Hello and welcome back to the dumpster fire that is my channel. My name is Keona. If you're new here, welcome to my channel. If you're not, welcome back. I mainly do diamond painting content as of late, and that includes my shop stuff is mainly diamond painting related. But today we are doing a WIP and Chat where I work on something and chat. It's kind of like the kitten chat that you got on Wednesday, except this I'm working on this. This is my diamond painting. This is the massive diamond painting that is Magic Potion by Jenoviya Art and Diamond Art Club. And we're going to do a couple new things today. I have no new purchases this week. Yay! I saved a little bit of money! Actually, I spent some money today, but that's besides the point! I'm going to show you my candle I'm about to light. I'm obsessed with penguins. I got this for Christmas. Sorry, my house is dusty. And I did dust it before I pulled it out, but... So, it's time for a new candle. Normally you don't see this because I have candles lit all day long. But I got this for Christmas for my mom. It's from Bath and Body Works. I don't know what it smells like. All I know is it's a penguin. And that's what matters. Oh, it smells sweet. I'm gonna want cookies after this. Oh, no. And no, I'm not gonna leave it on my diamond painting. Who doesn't carry a lighter in their pocket? There it goes. It was lit. So we're going to talk a little bit. If you're just interested in the diamond painting, there's chapters in this. I put chapters in every one of my videos because that's how I watch YouTube. I like to jump around to what interests me. Ooh, I forgot to put the recording battery in. Let's do that. But we're just staring at a table, Keona, as you walk around the room. I know. I don't want the two sticking out. I put vinyl on my battery so I know which one's charged. Technically, they're both charged, but okay, so I know which one I use. Yeah. If you're new here, you don't know about it. Hey, if you're not new here, maybe you missed it. I did a whole DIY of me creating a recording light because people like to walk in. Yeah. Coffee break. So we're not even halfway done with this painting. To get to halfway done with this painting, we're right here. That's halfway. Well, that's the plastic that's folded. Right now, there's currently a little contest thingy going over in my time lapses every week. The playlist for that is up in the eye. We're on week 5 of the time lapse. I believe this is week 8 of the WIP and Chats. Yeah. We've been working on this a long time. Not week 8 for this painting, week 8 for this year, but week 5. I'm working on the week 6 for the time lapse. I've been working on this for 6 weeks almost. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So before I get started, I'd like to tell y'all about my buddy. I just finished watching his listening to his podcast today. Great friend from over at Beam that turned into Mixer, and then we all moved over to Twitch because Mixer shut down. Maybe we'll get into that later in the WIP and Chat. He's doing a daily, I want to say daily, but he's doing a daily podcast over on Spotify. If I remember, it'll be up in the eye or down in the description. So check that out. That's my buddy Rooster. He's fucking awesome. He mentioned me today, and then it finally made sense because I got an Instagram message from him, and it was the link to today's episode. And then I get to the very end of the episode, and he goes, "Yeah, a buddy of mine, Keona, yelled at me for not telling her she had a podcast. So you know what? You might get a message today." I was like, that ass. Either way, we're gonna get on into this WIP and Chat because I want to focus on this section right here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop the recording and then start it over again. It makes the time lapse easier for me, and we'll get to talking. So give me a second here. Well, why do I even mention it? I don't know why I mention it, because y'all don't even notice the stuff. Ooh, camera is off by a small bit. I tried to center it. I tried. I really don't like messing with the camera much when I'm recording, because I don't want the time lapse to make you sick. One light. Too late. I like the white light. I'm missing a whole bunch of things. I'm missing my wax minder. I'm missing my trash bin. I don't have anything prepared. But that's fine. That's fine. If you want to know what materials I use, I list them all below. Or you can ask me directly, like it's something specific. If it's not listed. And that is Cricut vinyl. Cricut brand vinyl. That's the only thing I know for sure that's not listed. Yeah. Move my phone out of the way. Hold that over here. Not that one. This one. Hello everybody. I make run noises. I got my trash bin. The only thing I don't like about the light being on the bottom is everything looks so dark. Did I get the paint off my hands today? No. Look, I got paint on my hands. Look at that. It looks like dirt, but it's paint. I'll tell you that story too. I got it off the other hand though. Nope, it's still on the middle finger. Damn it! Damn it! I was prototyping today. Talking about how I'm spending all my time prototyping. Yeah. And it's not just stickers. No, it's not just stickers. It's, today I was going to paint something and try this thing out, and I had this leftover magnetic paint from, like, 2012, 2011, something like that, when I took a wall in my kitchen, and I painted it with magnetic primer and then chalkboard paint so my kids could write on the wall in that one spot. It was great. My kids were little back then. Little. Considering they were born in 06, 08, and 10. And we'll say 2011 or 2012 just to make sure that we got it right, you know, close enough date. That means I had a 2, a 4, and a 6-year-old. So you would have done the same thing. Let me sit right in this chair. I find myself doing that to where I'll sit on the edge. Let's bring down the brightness so I can still see, but you don't deal with dark hands. Okay. Alright, let's see. Let's cover some things. So, this ring right here, on TikTok, I got asked what it is, and no, I'm not flicking you off. This is a penguin, not a sloth. Again, I'm obsessed with penguins. You might hear my AC kick on and off, and actually, I'm going to put it down because it's at 75, and I am burning up right now. I don't want to turn my fan on. Yes, I am a hot mess. Computer, set volume to 1. Alright, it was already set to 1, I think. Computer, set volume to 1. That was my mother talking to Sam. I had to look at my phone. My mom will broadcast over that thing, and I'll forget to mute it. Where is my pen? You guys have seen my notepad before. Here's my notepad. I write down all my log times, and then I put them in Jim's Flow, and I don't have a pen. So how can I write? And it helps me also with my paper logbook, because I haven't updated it in a while. My bad. And so then I know what days I did what. Oh, please close that door. Please close that door. Sam just walked into the bathroom down here. What's today? Today is the 23rd. I have not diamond painted in 3 days. Wow. Because I haven't done any diamond painting on anything since I last touched Magic Potion. Now the rabbit's gonna make noise. Okay. Got my start time written down. We're good. And what I do is I add a minute to whatever time it is now. That way it gives me time to situate, talk to y'all, you know, get everything ready. I had everything put away, because, so, if you've been here for at least a month, 2 months, you know that I started cleaning my studio last month. And no, it's not done. But I spent a lot of time over it the past 2 days working on it. Still not done. I have a lot of stuff and a lot of clutter and not a lot of storage. So, yeah. Hold on. You need a cleaning. What I mean by cleaning, I need to run my nail across it. That's it. And so trying to be creative with what I have without spending too much money on things. Yeah, that's what's going on. I don't know what this tool is, but I bought a gun cleaning tool once, or tool set once, that was just made of plastic, and it looked the same. This one's just metal. I picked it up at Walmart in the tool section, and it makes cleaning out your little wax cubby, your little single placer, a lot easier. I did discover something today. Not today, this week. This pen currently has putty in it. My wax minder works for putty in your single placer. Yes, we're going to be all over the place until I get into the groove here. So, I got a message earlier this week saying, hey, will the wax minder work with putty? And I go, I don't know. I don't use putty in my single placer, but let me get back to you and I'll test it. So, I sat there. It had to have been on the 20th because that was the only day I diamond painted. So, I sat there and I placed a couple drills with that purple pin. Hey, maybe on Sunday, if you catch the time lapse, you could probably catch somewhere on the 20th where I did that. When was the 20th? Well, today is the 23rd, so the 20th is Monday? Yeah. Just overfilling it, don't mind me. Overdoing it. So you might catch me doing that, but, so I went ahead, placed a couple drills, and honestly, it works better on putty than it does wax. And I come back to this person, and I go, yeah, it works. Sorry, there's dust or something on my tray. And next thing I know, this person orders a couple wax minders. So I was like, oh, snap. Okay. And there was something about filling that order yesterday. I think I filled it yesterday. Oh, I got it Monday or Tuesday, and then I filled it on Tuesday night and got it out in the mail yesterday. That's what I did. So it was something about filling that order just like really kicked me in the ass, and all I wanted to do was work on the shop. That's all I wanted to do. So I kind of did that all Tuesday and half of Wednesday when I didn't even have a kitten chat up yet. That's why it wasn't till noon till I started recording kitten chat, and it took me 3 hours to record it, and you got 2 hours of footage. Yeah. I kind of slacked off there. And I apologize for it. I did not mean to do that. But that's the way my brain works when I'm interested in something. This is how we're going to start, is the two falling off right there. When I'm interested in something right then and there, I got to work on it. That's the reason why it is 9:30 at night and I'm starting the WIP and Chat. Is because that's all I wanted to do was make stickers today. And then I got excited to try that other thing, which I'm not going to talk about it until I have the materials in hand and I can show something for it. But I got excited about the other thing, and I go and I grab my magnetic paint, and I did not clean my wax well enough. I did not put enough pressure. Anyway. Oh, that's just regular trash. Okay, it wasn't the gel. So, I got kind of annoyed that I couldn't do that. And so I have this utility cart that floats around the studio that I kind of piled up with shit. It happens. You know, it just happens. And so I took that utility cart today and I cleaned it out. And the top is everyday tools. I'm pulling it over like y'all can see it. You can't see it. But the top is like everyday tools. I got my ruler, my scissors, my knives, my multi-tool. The middle is like diamond painting supplies. And the bottom is cleaning supplies. So again, all of it is everyday things. But now I don't have my table cluttered with a bunch of stuff. So I did that today, and then I was like, oh, I have this silicone mat that's been sitting here in a box for like 4 months now. So I went over to my toaster oven, cleaned it off, put the glitter finally in the drawer it belongs, cleaned out that drawer and put that stuff where it belongs. Put my glitter up, put my alcohol dyes up, and next thing you know, I'm now cleaning the toaster oven area, and I clean that up, and I lay down the silicone mat. I'm like, you haven't put TikTok out in like 4 days. I am a daily TikTok creator. I haven't put TikTok content out in like 4 days. So I get all that clean, get the silicone mat done, get the toaster oven back down, and next thing I know, I'm looking at my molds, and I'm like, I have some ideas for Series 2. You didn't know, I have named my gummy bears wax minders Series 1, and it's 8 different colors. But I knew that there was going to be more. I didn't know how long it would be before I started making more colors. I didn't know if I was going to stick with the whole fruit theme. And not all of them are fruit themed. This one's called Ocean Spray, like after like cranberries, but it looks like blue water to me, so I named it Ocean Spray. The purple and black one y'all seen, that's Purple Galaxy. But most of them are fruit. Like this is watermelon. You know? I really wish. Oh, I like that, how it shows that. So, I got this idea. Like, that one was mainly fruits. Yes, there were some off things, but I'm not too picky about it. So, I got this idea for a Series 2 where most of them are named after a certain topic as well. And I got the colors, and I wrote it all down. Because I have to write it down or I'm going to lose it. And I was like, oh, I can work on this right now. And I'm like, no. No. And so I turned on Rooster's podcast again. If I remember to listen, I will. And I listened to that. Well, first I was catching up on my watch laters. I watched Life with Lindsay's WIP and Chat. I watched, I think it was her unboxing of a JBG. And then I watched game theory, film theory, food theory. You know, I love my Matt Pat. I have not started watching his style theory yet, but it's on the list. It's on the list. So I started watching all that stuff, and I started and then I got to Mrs. Coffee's WIP and Chat for this week. And I see her live, or I watch her streams live, like I was in her stream tonight. Not tonight, this morning. And I lurk a lot, because right now my creative mind is going, so I'm going to be lurking. But since I sit in her streams, I don't put a rush on getting to her WIP and Chats. I'm still going to watch them, but I'm not going to watch them as soon as they release. No big deal, right? Because a lot of times I'll notice that they released while she's live, and I'm like, no, I'm not going to miss the live to go watch the recorded. It doesn't make sense. Even if I'm not talking in there, I'm almost always in there. It was kind of funny because Wednesday night, so last night, I wasn't paying attention, and all I heard was the word vibrators, and I go, what about vibrators? And I go, isn't it kind of funny that I haven't said anything, and y'all start talking about vibrators, and I come out of nowhere? Go figure, people are starting to think that I'm inappropriate. So, but right now, all I want to do is talk about what I'm doing, and I don't want to do that in her chat, so I'm not being very social. And there's nothing wrong with that. You can lurk, and she has no problem with lurkers. And so I'm just lurking because I don't want to turn chat about me. I don't want to sit there and be like, oh, look at me. Because I know that's the way my ADHD works and my brain works, and I don't want to be that person. Like, logically, I can say I don't want to do this, but if I put myself in that situation, I'm going to do that. And I'm very self-aware about this, so I try not to put myself in those situations. And that comes with having high anxiety. Sometimes high anxiety helps your ADHD. Not always, just sometimes. So, well, I have high social anxiety. Not mean to do that. So, I just don't talk much. And today I think I bitched about an $85 yearbook. I keep getting these emails from Jostin saying Friday's the last day to order yearbooks. Friday's the last day to order yearbooks for my son's school over in Texas. And he's on varsity, or he was on the varsity cross country team, and he's a sophomore. And it's not rare, but it's not common for a sophomore to be a varsity runner. And so he's gonna get his letter this year. And so I'm like, well, he's gonna get his letter, and he's varsity for cross country. I think they're gonna put him on the varsity track team. I don't know. He had a meet today, but he's still out because of his grades before. But he raised his grades high enough to be able to run for the rest of the season. Way to go, Josh. Mommy's proud of you. Love you, kiddo. I know you don't watch my stuff, but I still love you. Maybe one day you will. Sorry. And so I'm like, I'm going to get him a yearbook. But since I waited till the last minute, I couldn't get the track emblem. I couldn't get his name, all the stuff I normally get on it. Which is fine, because normally it starts at 80 and I get to 90 by the time I've added everything. Well, since now it starts at 85, it cost me $88 after the service fee. Fine, whatever. Well, I decide I'm going to use JPay. I noticed that they had this thing called JPay, which split it up into 3 monthly payments. Awesome. That way I'm not hurting over this. If you haven't been here long enough, I do afterpay on almost anything. Even if I have the money, I'm going to afterpay. Like, I had the money for my Amazon order today. I afterpaid it. Why spend $128 now when I can sit there and spend nothing because I have afterpay meant? But, I can split it up into 4 payments. And then I don't need anything right now. But I'm also very considerate. I could have made that order 3 days ago because I don't have to put anything up front. But I didn't because I'm like, no, that'll throw it off. I like everything coming out on Thursday because that's payday. Today was payday. But while I was on Justin's website, I go, let me go ahead and order Sam and Michael's yearbook. Because Sam's in high school. So, well, I didn't plan Michael's right away. And so I go, and Sam's a freshman here in Alabama. And her yearbook was 45. I'm like, well, if her yearbook's 45, let me see what the middle school yearbook is. Middle school yearbook, excuse me, middle school yearbook was 35. I go, for less than the price that I paid for Joshua's yearbook, I can get them both a yearbook? Fine. I was expecting to pay $80 for Sam's. Since it was nice and, it was reasonable. And I don't want Michael to feel left out because I'm not a big yearbook, or over the past few years, I haven't been a big yearbook person. Josh got a kindergarten yearbook. I think he got a 5th grade yearbook. He got a 2020 yearbook because at the beginning of the pandemic, we sent in a picture of him holding his skateboard with his hair because he had blue and purple hair. We used to dye his hair like we used to dye my hair. And he was being recognized for best hair. And so we sent in an image for them because, with the shutdowns. And so I went ahead and I'm like, okay. I will totally get you a yearbook, I just threw drills. So, extenuating circumstance. And then last year, he was on track and everything else. And it was supposed to be his last year in Texas. So, got him a yearbook. And then this year, he's an athlete, and I got it for him last year, and I was like, okay, but if I'm getting it for him, I gotta get it for everybody. I gotta get it for Sam, because she's in high school, and then, yeah. So, because I was doing that, I ended up bitching about the price of the yearbook in her stream, and Jersey Girl Princess goes, oh yeah, that's about what we pay for our yearbooks here in Jersey. I'm like, that is fucking ridiculous. $85 for a yearbook. I remember bitching about paying $20 for a yearbook. And so, where was I going with this? I don't even remember. Oh, talking about Miss Coffee's chat. And I think I said a couple other things on topic. I didn't do a lot of talking today because, again, I was working on a sticker design because, a while back, Miss Coffee, she does these streams, oh God, what's it called? Just on Saturday. Co-working streams. To where you put your progress of your diamond painting, your art, whatever, your craft, inside her Discord, and she looks at it, and she's nosy. Don't ever submit a picture with anything in it in the background, because she's going to be looking at everything in the background. And she saw one of my I don't give a fuck failure cover reminders, because these aren't out yet, because I can't, obviously this one is too dark and everything else, and I keep messing things up on them. Some of them it's the cut, some it's the color, whatever. So, she goes, where'd you get that? And I go, oh, it's a cover reminder of one of my Twitch emotes. She goes, I love that. I need me one of those cover reminders. And I was like, well, it's a failure, you know. I haven't gotten it right yet. And I haven't worked on it since, by the way. And she goes, I don't mind. That makes it a little more unique. And I go, okay, I'll send it to you. That was months ago. Well, the biggest problem why I didn't send it to her is, if y'all don't know Miss Coffee, what rock do you live under? And do you have room for me to fit in there? Because I want to live under a rock. But, that's if you're part of the diamond painting community and you're listening to this. Anywho, she likes, or she has 2 kids and a husband. You know, she's got family. And I've watched her What You Got Wednesdays before here on YouTube, and then we'll watch a Friday live, and everybody's like, oh, so where's the whatever, like the unicorn or whatever she got in that Wednesday. She goes, oh, Maggie stole it, her daughter. And so I've come to the realization, if I send her anything, I'm going to have to include something for Maggie, and if I'm going to include something for Maggie, I'm going to include something for, oh, where'd it go? Oh, well, I'm going to include something for Orion, and if I'm going to include something for the whole family, I might as well include something for Mr. Coffee, and she goes, you make stickers, I want this specific sticker. And so, just Wednesday, I spent time designing that sticker, got it done, got it printed, whatever, you know, I got it all cut out. I have several, so I can put them on the shop, too, in the March update. And then, yeah, we're adding stickers to the March update. Ooh, because I'm having fun with that. Hey, look, that's the best part about my shop, is I can turn my ADHD, you know, to where it's not wasteful. Oh, please say those were hearts. Yeah, they are. Okay. So today, I got this idea of a sticker design for Maggie. Like, ooh, this would be awesome. So I made that. I sent her a picture of that. And I deliberately do this privately, not in her Discord. Because, 1, that's her Discord. And 2, these things will be on my shop next month. I'm not going to promote my stuff on her Discord without her telling me to. Like, she's told me to put my YouTube up on her Discord once. I did it once. I haven't done it since. Because it's not my platform. It's not my place to promote. And if you are that type of person that you think that you should take advantage of somebody's hospitality, yeah, you're in the wrong there. I'm sorry. Maybe it's a southern thing. I don't know. But you don't take advantage of somebody's hospitality, especially somebody that you're starting to consider a friend. And I'm supposed to be one of Miss Coffee's mods, but we've been over this about how it's funnier to watch me get auto-modded, so we stay that way. In fact, when she was on Brooklyn Kaiju stream on Tuesday, she straight out said, that's Keona, she's my auto-mod tester. And he's like, what? And she's like, well, she was supposed to be one of my mods, but it's too funny to watch her get auto-modded. Also, okay. So there is some stuff I didn't talk about in the kitten chat. And yes, I am completely segueing because I'm not going to spend the entire WIP and Chat talking about Mrs. Coffee. Love you, Miss Coffee. I know you don't watch this, but love you. Anyway. What is that and why is it there? You don't belong there. Or do you? Oh, you do. Sorry. Don't mind me. Anywho, I'm okay. I ran errands on Tuesday. I told the whole story about how I ran out, did everything. I did all that in my kitten chat. It's a 2-hour-long kitten chat. You want to sit around and, run your errands, or not run your errands, but maybe run your errands, do your housework, diamond paint, whatever it is you do listening to these things. There's a 2-hour one for you from Wednesday, explaining how my week went. Well, one thing I didn't mention was I got a letter in the mail that day. I had my mom open it. It was from the juvenile court system. This is a first for any of my kids. Takes the youngest to try to surprise me. Truancy. Remember, the one that's constantly being late to school? No. That's not why he got truancy. He got truancy for at least 5 unexcused absences. He has 6 absences, by the way. We're in February. School started at the very beginning of August. He has 6 absences in August, September, October, November, December, January, February. In 7 months, he has 6 absences. The silence is on purpose. That's my anger there. And it's because he doesn't turn in his notes. That's why. That is the only reason. And I'm like, I am not being brought into this bullshit. So, the main problem is he has sinus problems. He was born with underdeveloped lungs, and I had real bad allergies and everything else. And so, with the way the weather has been up and down all year. It started in the summer. Started in, September. The weather has been up and down here in Alabama. If you live in Alabama, you know this. And so allergens have been crazy since the fall. And so I have tried to send him to school on bad allergy days. And this was recently because I knew he was racking up absences. But I thought they were excused. But I don't want to have him any more absences. So last week or the week before, I sent him to school with the same things that he's dealing with every day. And halfway through the school day, in fact, it was lunchtime, I get called saying he's got a migraine. It had been just under 4 hours since I had given him Tylenol, because I gave him Tylenol when I dropped him off. And so it was literally halfway through the school day. And so I went and came get him. And it kind of proved my point right there. And so my mother explains this to the probation officer. Yes, juvenile, or truancy officer, probation officer at the same time. They're both the same thing. And says, he was born at 27, 28 weeks, underdeveloped, and whatever. And she goes, we can possibly get him a medical IEP for that, which would fix so much. And explain that we have been sending in notes, he's just not turning them in. Period. So I still have the meeting with the truancy officer on Tuesday. Which Monday, I got a phone call reminder, or text message reminder, that I have a doctor's appointment on next Monday, so my week is booked next week. I don't like leaving the house. I really don't like leaving the house. I gotta leave the house tomorrow, and I'm not happy about it, or today for y'all. I left the house this morning to go get breakfast and cigarettes, so been out of the house a lot this week. And I'm not happy about it. I'm a hermit. I'm a hobbit. I don't leave. But it's kind of funny because I'm sitting there thinking he is his mother's child. Because, one, I never went to school, but that was me. That was all me. That wasn't, my parents not dropping me off. My mom would drop me off in front of the school, and I'd wait for her to drive off to work, and then I'd walk off campus. Because she'd have to drop me off early. I just, by the time I hit high school, I was sick and tired of it. I wasn't happy with the classes they were giving me. I tried to get them changed at the beginning of the year. They wouldn't change them. Then a month in, they said it was too late to change them. I go, this is why I went to you at the beginning of the year. So, that was my first freshman year. Yeah, I say first freshman year because November of my first freshman year, I walked off campus, never to return. And in March of that same, well, March the following year, you know, like within months of it, I got really, really sick and had to go to the hospital and got misdiagnosed. And I'm saying misdiagnosed because it was misdiagnosed with leukemia. But at the same time, a truancy officer showed up in my hospital room and told my mother that if I didn't, but when I was done with this hospital stay, if I didn't show up at school, wasn't re-enrolled in school, that she would be going to jail for my truancy. So yeah. So because in Florida it is illegal to drop out before you're 16, and I was 15. And I dropped out probably 2 months after 9/11. So now you have an idea of my age. But when I didn't return to school, they expelled me. They expelled me for being truant. Because Florida has school choice. And I don't give a damn who you are or where you're from. You can fight me to this. As somebody who was part of the school choice program, it is wrong. It is racist. And all it is so you can live anywhere in the area and let your kid go anywhere. Sitting on a school bus for an hour just so you can go to the good school because you live in an underprivileged area but you happen to be white, so you get pushed up the list on what schools you want to go to in school choice is wrong. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So, either way, I was in school choice, or they had school choice. I got expelled from my high school, and so my mom had to find me a new high school. Well, I hadn't been expelled from the 3 other choices, but my mother wasn't gonna, because of my lack of melanin, let's be honest, I'm telling you, I told you it's racist. It's a racist program. My mother wasn't gonna put me in the other 2 high schools, and so I went to the other one, the other white high school, for lack of a better term. It wasn't that it was, only for whites. It was prominently white. So I went to that school. And they had gotten my misdiagnosis of leukemia, and they started babying me. Well, during the summer, right before we started undergoing treatment for leukemia and everything, we had more tests done. Turns out I have anemia, but it's not just regular anemia. It's one, monthly induced. If you know, you know. I'm not going to sit there and be too graphic right now. And 2, it's where not only do I have low red cells, I have high white cells. And it was the high white cells that caused the misdiagnosis for the leukemia. And so, even though they corrected my diagnosis with the school, my mother did her due diligence, they were still babying me and treating me like a cancer patient. I had already failed 9th grade at this point because I had missed too much school. There was no way to make it up. I wasn't in 9th grade classes. I was in sophomore, junior, and senior classes. My math class was a senior class, and my English class was a junior class. But everything else was sophomore. Because they did get one thing right. They looked at my scores and they realized where I belonged, academically. No matter how you're acting, they're still going to try to put you where you belong academically. And so, basically, I got away with murder that year. I did. And school started in August. I slept through my classes. I walked out of class because I'm a little tired. But it got to a point to where the nurse called me in every day at the end, like within 5 minutes of each class ending, called me into the office so I could have 15 minutes of rest before the next class switch. Because somebody in my condition needs rest. And I go, what do you mean in my condition? I just have anemia, trying to correct them. And no, there's no need to downplay it. And it's like, I've done my due diligence, and I got so fed up with it that my 16th birthday was on a Monday. That Friday, I walked off campus, never to return, the Friday beforehand. I'm 16, they can't do anything about it. I ended up going homeschooling and shit like that, but we're not going to go into that stuff right now. So, truancy does, I get it. And me, I was always trying to fight the power. Hello, fucking Virgo. So, Virgo millennial. Like a double whammy. And so, I'm not really surprised, and Josh has a huge truancy problem, too, and he needs to get that in, he needs to nip that in the bud. But, Joshua is currently living with his dad in Texas. I have Michael right now, so I need to work on Michael's issues, and I can't focus on Josh's right now because there's nothing I can do about that. I can't do something 1,000 miles away. I have to rely on his father. I really do. So, that's not an issue. If you're new here, I'll just get you up to date on that. I am married, and my husband currently lives in Texas, trying to sell our old house. But he's trying to fix it up before he sells it. I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't really care anymore. And I have been living here in Alabama since August of 2021 with our two youngest kids, and our oldest child wanted at least 1 year at the high school there. Now he's gotten 2. So, yeah. I go out there for his birthday. I've never missed a birthday, and I will not miss a birthday. And I go out there when I can. They come out here when they can, but yeah. That's all I'm going to go through on that. It's kind of funny. Time passes in weird places. Yeah, that's me segueing again. Keona, you don't have to mention the segue. I will, damn it. I needed a coffee drink. Well, it's funny how time passes. My last stream was July 1st, 2021. So I could pack up my computer, pack up my entire studio, and be out the next week. Bring all that stuff here to Alabama. And it wasn't even until, oh God, I want to say November or December before I even set the computer back up again. I was living off my laptop and I was fine with it. And then I got into diamond painting a lot, like really hard, right after that. And my stepdad passed in, well, he got really, really sick in January of 2022. Really, really sick. He went down to Florida to see family. He came back with COVID, and all he did was sleep and cough. And I was on voice, and a friend told me if he doesn't go to the hospital, he's gonna die. And I knew this friend was right. And I tried, but Facebook. This is why I don't like Facebook. So if I don't keep up with Facebook and I'm not very nice about Facebook, you now know why. Is Facebook threw a lot of propaganda about the pandemic, and it was full of people. Sorry, I need a tissue. It was full of people bullshit and about how vaccines are going to kill us all and da-da-da-da. A lot of false information about it. And so he refused to be vaccinated. I got my mother vaccinated that October or November beforehand. And she got it at the same time he had it. I didn't get it. I have made it this long without it. And but I'm still vaccinated. 2 out of my 3 kids are vaccinated. My youngest one is not yet. And it's because his pediatrician doesn't want him vaccinated. And it's hard. Do it very carefully. him, and I will get him vaccinated. There is no probably to it. I will get him vaccinated. I do diligence and do research because he says, oh, you can't even get vaccinated in Florida because as a young man his age, because young men are showing term complications. And again, I believe it's that propaganda. And I just do my own research before I get him vaccinated because now that's in my head, and I couldn't do that to my own kid. So that's besides the point. So my stepdad went to the hospital, never came out. He died in Birmingham on February 6th last year. And I kind of stopped diamond painting for a few months, and I'm not over it, obviously, because here I am crying a little bit. But it kind of put like this little bit of fire in my ass that I need to take care of Mom, because Mom's alone now. You know? And so I started doing these TikTok things. And I was enjoying it. And it got to a point I wasn't crying every day. I wasn't upset every day. And all I was doing was diamond painting and putting videos out on it. And I was doing the D20 series, the original D20 series. And it flavored coffee line, and I did it. I won it. And I got the first flavor for content creators, and it was caramel cream. But my first, the original blend, the medium roast, I did a custom. And I turned it into content. And so that little, like, bit of fire under my ass, for lack of a better term, it made me realize how therapeutic content creation is. I know this. I've been dealing with this I've been creating content since technically 2010, but at least consistently since 2011. And when I mean consistently is if I take a break, it's a couple months break, but I never leave everything. I'm on Twitter, or I'm on TikTok, or I'm on Instagram, Snapchat. I'm on something because I learned after taking 3 months off, after blowing up and not being on anything, that people will forget you. So, and it doesn't take them long. So I don't ever leave completely. So I realized how much I needed it. And Cauldron of Myrrh came back in stock. And one of my best friends, Tipsy, if I remember, which I never do, but if I remember, I will link her Twitch down below. She has a Discord, and the image, the little avatar for that Discord, the icon, is Cauldron of Myrrh. So I go, oh my god. Once I realized it, like 2 and 2 hit together, as soon as it came back in stock, I bought it. And I kept telling myself, you cannot do this, you cannot open this, or anything, until it becomes content. You have to do, no, I put a poll out is what started. Should I just open it and get into it, or should I do an unboxing? I'd already tried an unboxing, like, back in June of Moms of the Real Superheroes. I still have it. I am going to do a re-unboxing, so bonus content of that. And, I forgot to, it was this camera setup. I was doing separate recording on the SD card, and I forgot the mic on it's muted, because I always use it as a webcam. And so, absolutely no audio. And I went to go do a voice over of it, and I go, nope, don't want to do this. And that never went out, and that was in June. So, in September, I think it was, I put out the unboxing of it, and I was so nervous and everything else. And somehow, I don't really know how I got here. I don't know where I got to actually making YouTube content and feeling comfortable. I feel very comfortable. I have no problem being vulnerable. It's not Twitch. It's definitely not Twitch. YouTube is... It's different. There's a lot of streaming growing pains that Twitch has already had the time to go through that YouTube has not. The YouTube community is a lot different. It has, like I said, it has not gone through these same growing pains that Twitch went through 9 years ago, for example. 8-9 years ago. And so, it all started with, like, when I was going, and I've been lurking in people's live streams for a while. In fact, again, it still blows me that that it's called lives here. You know, I've been lurking in live streams for a while, and probably for almost as long as I've been diamond painting, if not longer, because I was trying to learn it before I get into it. That's the way I am. I learn everything that I could possibly learn on something before I even try to dig into it. That's what I'm doing right now with candle making, which we'll get into that in a minute. And so, I learned there was, like, this etiquette. If you know a creator goes live at a regular time every week, it's poor etiquette, or it's a snub if you go live at the same time. That makes no sense to me, because, again, I come from a platform where your only content is live streaming, so that's inevitable. And this whole, if you want to raid somebody, you have to set it all up before you even start your stream? I don't know. I don't know. I don't get it, and maybe I gotta do it to understand it, but if I'm gonna go through the hassle of setting up everything for stream, it's gonna be a comeback, baby. It's gonna be a comeback, baby! Because you know what? Every single transition into streaming, and there's been a lot, from Justin TV all the way to Beam Mixer and back to Twitch. There has been a transition, or not transition, every transition in the stream, there's been just major changes in my life. I have major friends left over from that transition. I talked about Rooster in his podcast. He's from my Beam Mixer days. You know, we got Tipsy. I've known her since, 2013? From my first return to Twitch? Because, like, yeah, it was like I took a break and then I came back and I had purple hair and a penguin and a tiny little can. The smallest of cans. And she saw the purple hair and she saw that my icon was a penguin and she was, like, fascinated. Or that's what pulled her in, and we became friends and we met in person. First PAX South, which was 2015. Best friends. You know, and I've told the story about Pixel Princess, about how she made me cry. That'd be Pixel. She's on my phone as Pixie. Like, I know her name. Been friends with her a long time. Everything else. I just sent her that Hey Put In Harley Quinn diamond painting. But she will still forever be on my phone as Pixie. Not Pixel. Her username everywhere is Pixel Princess, but no. Her name is Pixie. Just like Tipsy is in my phone as Tipsy Ipsy. Because I've been calling her that since 2013. She will always be Tipsy Ipsy. Words hard. You know, so Pixel and I mainly became friends in Beam days. Like we were acquaintances on Twitch, but we became friends during Beam days. Rooster and I were acquaintances during Beam days became friends during Mixer days. And honestly, he was a replacement for my buddy Cranky when Cranky passed. The reason why this exists and my coffee line was called Power the Coffee is that's how I kind of grieve Cranky's loss. So the day it was announced that he was gone, went over and ordered an I don't give a fuck mug. Actually, give me 1 second. It's a little dirty because it was sitting on a shelf. I ordered this. It's got cobwebs on it. The day Cranky passed. This is his merch. And then I made a remote when I got on Twitch. And he used to name his streams, the title of his streams were Power of the Coffee. And that wasn't me taking anything from him or anything like that. That was just, this is how I grieve. This is how I'm handling the loss. And now he'll always be with me. Because, yeah. And what scared the crap out of me is he passed when, right after he turned 63. My mom was 62. And, him and my mom, he was slightly older than my mom. And 63 is a big deal because that's the same age my grandfather was when he died. And so that kind of hurt a lot because of that. But after his passing, Rooster kind of took his place. Not really took his place because you can't fill that hole. No matter how hard you try, you can't fill Cranky's hole. I said Cranky's hole. We all kind of stepped up for each other. Tink, Rooster, Hass, definitely, and we just kind of came together. And you had other people try to come in and say, people. I don't want to say too much because of the fact that I don't want to accidentally offend anybody on this topic, but fuck them. You had some people that took advantage of his death and for months had RIP Cranky in their channel title on Twitch, or not Twitch, Mixer. You had people overly dry crying, where they had the sob, something else, but not a tear. You had people talk about times that never even happened. We're talking about people that maybe you saw him in his channel once a month. Just taking advantage of how much they will miss Cranky. And getting views for it, too. I was Cranky's last raid ever. Cranky did not like Minecraft. But I was playing Minecraft that day, and I still have the clip. Or I had it for a long time. I think I lost it when Mixer lost. I don't remember. But I have the bot files from Scorpbot where it says that, you were rated by Cranky Connect. And so I was his last raid ever. He raided me on a Friday. He passed on a Saturday. We all found out on a Sunday. And so I sat sort of way, and I didn't want to sit there and take advantage of his death, so I didn't put RIP Cranky in my chat. I didn't put it in my title. I had, my tweet and everything else, but that was the day I started putting hashtag Power of the Coffee in my stream title. That way, it wasn't taking advantage of him, it wasn't taking advantage of the situation. It's pretty much a if you know, you know thing, and that's the same thing with the coffee cup and all that is if you know, you know. But there were a lot of people who acted like they were closer to Cranky than they were. I wasn't that close. I was like a stepdaughter, for lack of a better term. I wasn't Tank close. I wasn't Hass close. But I was close nonetheless. Just not extremely on, like, we didn't talk every day, but I was in his DMs, like, every other day and stuff like that. And so I didn't, the people who were the closest to him, I gave them their space, like Tink, Fioli. I don't even know what Fioli's name on Twitch is anymore. I still follow her and everything, so I will be able to find her. It was Luna last time I saw. And I still follow her on Twitter. That's why I can't show my Twitter publicly on stream or live or what, if I were to stream. But, you know, and so I didn't bother them because I knew they were hurting more than I was. And I heard a lot. But when you had these people that he barely, you know, he was friendly to, they were viewers, they were regulars, but they weren't really friends. You know what I mean? Taking advantage of the whole thing, it kind of pissed me off. And when I called one person out for it, that person goes, well, your emote now is a coffee cup. And this is after we moved to Twitch, because obviously Mixer I didn't have partner. And they didn't have affiliate. We kept pushing for Mixer to have affiliate because, yeah. Man. Oh, how long are we in? We're an hour in, and I'm sitting here talking about... Man. So, it was like, you want to call me out for remembering someone that nobody knew on Twitch, or nobody I know knew on Twitch. You know what I mean? This is Mixer shit, right? You know, call me out when you were sitting there, R.I.P. Cranky, 8 months after he died, in your title on Mixer. And no. I never bitched at you beforehand, but if you're gonna call me out about my emote and the hashtag power of the coffee when it's subtle, yet for 8 months you sat there with R.I.P. fucking Cranky Canuck and with the at and everything else so you could have his name in your title. No, we're not gonna play this game. It's bullshit. I don't even know what point I was making this. I really don't. This has become depressing. Can we, like, re-record the WIP and Chat? No, I'm gonna keep talking. I went for an hour and 50 minutes on the last video. I just gotta find something else to talk about. But yeah, you get my point. And there's other people who did the same thing to where... Oh, did I just flip that? Yes, I did. That where basically it was like... Oh, poor Cranky. You have to never go ever in his streams. I never sat there and fucking talked to him. I didn't even fucking know that he had a girlfriend and shit. Yeah. What the fuck ever. I grieve in weird ways. I do. We all do. We all grieve in our own ways. But, oh, I was talking about friendships. So yeah, Rooster and I became friends after that because Craigie was the man I always went to when I needed that, not quite so father figure, but you know what I mean? You just needed that, like, big brother figure. Can't call it father figure because of the fact he gets so mad. Like, no, don't call it. Because he was a dirty old man, he was. Right now, I'm sitting there thinking, what would he be saying to me right now? He'd tell me to stop crying and get to work. It was always, get to work, what you doing? If I took a week off, why aren't you streaming? Anywho. So, and Rooster was just not a good replacement, but he helped with that whole, you know? So, not the best of friends, just like with Cranky. Not the best of friends, but good friends. You know, if I'm having a bad day, I can message him and be like, hey, man, life sucks. He's up. Obviously, he'd probably be at work and he'd be like, but if, you know, he wasn't, he'd see the fucking message and he'd be like, he'd be there, you know? And his wife is you know, she knows that I'm not any threat and everything else, you know, and so it's a non-issue. And in fact, I confided in her a few times, so I think that's a thing, and that's a whole lot of drama I don't want to get into about people not accepting her, and it was bullshit. I'm sorry, but there's a lot of people who don't like my husband and have said so very much, but they can't sit there and say, hey, we're not going to have anything to do with you because of your husband. So, yeah. And we're going to end that there because it's bullshit. Bullshit. Again, this is old streaming. And I'm seeing some of this in YouTube land. And it's like, you don't really see that much in streaming stuff, but you see that a lot in YouTube land now. You never know what topics I'm going to get into on these things. Because I'm so used to being able to talk about anything. And then it to be gone by the end of the day because nobody watches the VOD on stream. Why would you watch a VOD? Makes no sense. Yeah. So how is everyone doing today? Hopefully you're doing fan-fucking-tastic and I didn't bum you out too much. You have to yell at me. Keona, this was too depressing and it's not allowed. You need to be happier. I am happier. I'm actually really excited right now. Really excited, and I kind of want to show you all something, but I kind of don't. Because right now, I am contemplating a month in review. I don't like it. I didn't like the performance of it. It was shitty. I don't like it. I don't complete enough paintings in a month. In fact, I did not complete any paintings this month. This month, you know, so I honestly don't know if I'm going to do a February month in review. I really don't. Because I took the purchases out, I put them in the WIP and Chats. So it's like, what do you guys think? Should I do a month in review this month? Because, look, you get my opinion all the fucking time. You do. I have a screen door filter. This is what things should be called. No filter. Because I talked about, I said the word vibrator today. Look, I don't have to worry about advertising dollars. Because I know for a fact, even though I have YouTube Premium, I know for a fact they have put an ad on one of my videos. Because I forgot to pay my YouTube Premium bill once. It lapsed. I didn't pay the credit card yet. Because the Premium bill came up before the credit card bill was due. Like a ad. So I know they're putting ads on my videos and I'm not getting paid for them. Because I'm not a partner. Because I have now plateaued. All the gamers are starting to unfollow. I started with 270 gamers, and now they're all starting to unfollow, so that's why we're at, what, like 150 something? 150 something diamond painters and crafters? Hi guys, how y'all doing? So, yeah. Maybe I'll just make it easier for them not to put ads on my channel. Stop making money off me! But anyway, yes, that's gonna be the title. No filter! We used to walk around hashtag no filter because Sam doesn't say shit or doesn't have a filter, like doesn't have a natural filter. Actually, a lot of ADHD kids and autistic kids and all that don't have filters. So it's fucking hilarious. I love it. And I have a screen door filter, and that's because of anxiety. Anxiety gives me a filter. Am I ever gonna refill this? No. No, I have no need to refill this capsule. But anyway, as I was saying, month in review. I don't know if I should be doing it because, one, I have no completions. I don't even know where I started this painting. I haven't gotten very far the past few weeks. Two, all my purchases have been moved to the WIP and Chat. So what am I gonna do? Talk about my goals? I'm sitting at, last I checked, 438. I keep bouncing between 435 and 438 subs. When my goal was 450. I haven't posted any Instagram, so that's not growing. My TikTok has plateaued because of the fact, I don't know, I'm sitting at 1160. And yes, that's another one that's going up and down between 11:59 and 11:61. So it's like I haven't hit any goals. My purchases are moved to my WIP and Chat. I don't even know what my goals next month are going to be. All I have is a shop update, and considering I'm doing a shop update on the 1st, shouldn't I just do a video based on that? I don't know. Well, the week of the 1st, I shouldn't say the 1st, because I got a lot to do to prepare for it, and only a week to do it. So less than a week now. So, I don't know. I really don't know about this month in review thing. Huh. Maybe y'all let me know. Let me know if you'll actually watch it. If not, you know, don't be afraid to say, sorry, we're not gonna watch it. We're not gonna watch it. Because you know what? It's fine. At least you're honest. I'd rather you be honest with me than bullshit me. Because we're all fucking adults here. We all are. And if you're not an adult, you're in the wrong fucking channel. I am old enough to be 2 adults, and I will not be an adult for you when I'm not even an adult for myself. Okay? Come on. Somebody says, but, and I giggle. I said, but. Point. So, yeah. I'm a whole 2 adults, and I still don't act like an adult. But, anyway. So, I don't know about the month in review. I might just do a shop update video. It didn't perform well. The kitten chat has done beautifully. The time lapse, it got recommended, but I guess people aren't sticking around. And so it got the views, but it didn't get the view time. It got a huge drop off in the first like 15 seconds, and that sucks. I don't know. I don't understand it. I don't understand YouTube, but I'm gonna keep doing time lapse. I just need to diamond paint more. And I need to put some TikTok content out. I need to diamond paint more. Need to diamond paint more. Well, it is Thursday the 23rd. Tomorrow's the 24th. So when y'all see this, the 24th. Saturday's the 25th. Oh, I won't be able to do a shop update on the 1st. Because Sunday's the 26th. Monday's the 27th. My chalkboard paint's coming in. The 28th, my magnet paint is being replaced. So, and what I want to do requires that magnet paint. And I want that in the shop update. So maybe by the weekend. Okay, so Wednesday's the 1st. Thursday's the 2nd. Ooh! No, your WIP and Chat goes out on Friday. Okay, okay. What about March 4th? Does that sound like a good idea? For a, update? That's my husband's birthday. I'm gonna do a shop update on my husband's birthday, because March 5th is my anniversary. My 18-year anniversary. And I didn't even realize we're in March yet. Either way, I'm either gonna do a shop date on the 4th and do a video with that, or I'll do a shop update on the 2nd and do a video with that. One of the two. There won't be any of the trays we talked about, like this, because I haven't done any pouring recently. So there won't be many new resin items. I like to give a month to cure before I put anything up. Since I haven't done anything, it hasn't had time to cure. So, so yeah. But it's gonna be like, we're gonna have new wax binders. Where I got a couple little boxy boxes. So I do have a few resin stuff that has been cured for a while. And UV resin, because of the fact that it's so compact, this stuff, and you're not really gonna mess it up. It's not like the big tray or anything. Yeah, that doesn't need the same time to... Well, it does still need the same time to cure, but you're not gonna mess it up. So yeah, the candle experiment, I'm not ready for that yet. I know I didn't go into that, but my mother invested in us making candles. She gave me some money, told me to go get the stuff. I told her I'm not going to spend the money until I've done the research, so I'm in the process of doing the research on that. That will probably be an April thing, but I'm out of town at the turn of the month for April. So, who knows? I'm hoping March is a good month for me. I really am. My voice is getting high. I'm okay. Sometimes I wonder if I should just stream this. I miss streaming. I miss you guys. I miss talking with people. Then I'm just talking to myself at 10 o'clock at night. And I know it's 10 o'clock at night because I've been recording for at least an hour. Which I need to go to bed. By the way, update on that before we get close to ending this. Why the fuck did I grab so many? Anyway, update on that. I am not waking up at 4 a.m. this week. I've been sleeping in a little bit, like 6, 7 a.m. So I'm still getting up early, and it is very good for me, but it's not that crazy 4 a.m., and I really wish I could get up at 4 a.m. because I really like how productive I was when I got up at 4. And I haven't gotten any filming this week except for the kitten chat and now this. So I am back to being where I was, and that's not good. So I need to catch up. Catch up! Ooh, I want hot dogs. No! Keep your mind on what you're doing. So, look, y'all see my ADHD in person all the time, or like in camera all the time. So, what I want to do is I want to catch up on that probably tomorrow. I gotta go to Walmart because I need water, bottled water. I live in an old house, old pipes. I don't need to explain that. And I need coffee creamer because I'm low and you don't belong there, but we're gonna fix you real quick. That was the only one, right? Yep. So I need those 2 things. And my mom wants drinks, and no matter what she tells me, she's not getting Coca-Cola. She's having diabetes issues again, and she's trying to get me to buy her soda. She can have juice. Juice. But fucking sweet tea, too, man. Lightly sweetened tea. Basically, get unsweetened tea and make her add her own fucking sugar. Oh, that's a whole nother thing we are not going into. Is dealing with my mother and her diabetes. She's a stubborn something. I didn't call her nothing. I love my mama. I just found out that she calls cinnamon rolls sweet rolls, and I didn't find out until yesterday when she made them and asked me if I wanted a sweet roll. I go, what? Good sweet roll. And then she brings in a plate and she goes, a sweet roll. I go, oh, a cinnamon roll? And that just makes the whole phallic-shaped cinnamon roll even worse because she calls them sweet rolls. Gotta love mama. Gotta love mama. Gotta love a southern mama. Man. But it's been 70-something degrees all day. The house has been 80-something degrees all day. I am burning up. And I think that is time to shut the fuck up. Get off my thing. Thank you. I think it is time to end here. If you guys have enjoyed this WIP and Chat, please leave a thumbs up. It helps me a lot. It makes me feel good. It gives me a dopamine hit. Don't you want to give me a dopamine hit? Feed my dopamine machine! Yeah, thumbs up. Always a thumbs up. Tell me what you're doing. You know, tell me how I'm doing. Something. Put something in the comments, because, you know, every time I get a comment, I get a dopamine hit. And I will heart every comment I see. The time-lapse ones, I am deliberately leaving them behind because of the fact that I gotta do the winner of the thing. And then I haven't really gone through the comments yet for the kitten chat. So I need to do that. And I don't always respond because I can't think of ways to respond because I'm socially, you know, awkward. So what I do is I just leave a heart, and sometimes I pin. Like I will, usually I only pin my own, but if I happen to have pinned yours, it means that it's relevant to me. As in, like, oh, maybe I should sit there and share this with the whole fucking group, you know? Share with the group! Why am I starting another color? Ah! My mat came and attacked me. My filthy light grip map. It just fell down for some reason. Since I'm actively using it, I haven't put it back on its hook. And it just fell down. Like, oh, wait. You were talking to me? No, I wasn't talking to you. Now, if you enjoy this weird type of quirkiness and just don't give a fuck half the time, there's a subscription button down below. I put out new videos, Mondays, sometimes Wednesdays, Fridays, and Sundays. Like every other day. Yeah. So, you know. And I also put stuff on the TikToks. Which, by the way, my socials are always included. So, if you want... I try to do stories when things are running behind. I try to use the community tab too, so... Don't sleep on that community tab. But, so... Between the stories on Instagram, maybe a little post on Twitter... I think my subreddit's in there. If not, I will go ahead and add my subreddit to my socials. But... I try to list them all below. The only thing I don't think is listed is my Discord, and you can get that from my Twitch page. And again, I will try to update my defaults so that stuff does get listed. But either way, you can follow me anywhere. You can bug me anywhere. I'm on all the places except really Facebook. I do have my Keona BT page, so you can follow that. I do post whenever I put a new video up, or whenever I do a new TikTok, whatever, except the mystery one, because people get butthurt about the mystery one, and I don't want to deal with it. Again, I don't have very good feelings towards Facebook, and I blame Facebook for the reason my stepdad's dead. And so, I'm trying not to. I'm trying to be a better person about it, but I'm not on it every day, and I'm usually only on it on days that I post on it. So whenever I put up a video, I'll hang out and I'll look in the groups and stuff like that. But I'm getting over it. I'm trying to get over it so we can get a Facebook group instead of a page. Because apparently y'all don't do pages, y'all do groups. I don't know. I don't understand it. Again, I'm the Twitter generation, you know? I'm a millennial. Twitter. So, you know, I don't understand it. So we got that, and, what you call it? I'm not that good with Reddit. I should be, because I am a millennial, but I didn't grow up on Reddit. I haven't. I have a subreddit. It's there. You can join, and you can talk amongst yourselves. Oh, look at that accent. Talk amongst yourselves, you know, shit like that. I don't care. I'm not gonna mod you. I'm not gonna be like, oh, I don't like what Sally said to Susie, so I'm sorry. No, I'm not that person. Free fucking country. Free fucking internet. Keep the internet free! It's a whole nother thing. And I'm a nerd, so honestly, there's not much you can say that really bothers me that hasn't been said to me growing up. So, yeah. Maybe if you, like, really offend somebody else and I don't want to hurt everybody's feelings because I am a people pleaser, it'll be getting removed. But besides that, as long as you're not a complete asshole, your shit's gonna be allowed. So there's a subreddit. Yeah. And all that shit. Look at me doing promos. I gotta remember I did this so I could put a timestamp in there. It's a new chapter. My toes are touching. Craftedly Fibs. I haven't gotten my Craftedly yet. It hasn't even shipped. They should have done the small orders first. When? I'm gonna complain. Actually, I am gonna complain about something that's not Craftedly. What I'm gonna complain about real quick is Diamond Art Club has a new really, really pretty painting they announced. Hold on. Oh. Sorry, it was a DM. So, Diamond Art Club has a really pretty painting they announced. But they announced it in rounds. Wouldn't that look great? Magic potion? Fuck is my thumbnail, so you can see the shit. I don't know where it is. Either way, wouldn't this look great with magic potion? Why does it have to be a round? And yes, if your phone does not look like this, you're living your life too pristine. Allow a little bit of dirt, okay? And that's coming from somebody with OCD. There's not enough of this color in there. And I think I've been talking for too long. Either way, I'm gonna let y'all out. Again, if you like what you saw and you don't mind living in this dumpster fire or experiencing it with me, leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more, the subscription button's available to you. If you have anything you want to comment on, ask about, bullshit about, hey, there's a comment section down below, and I don't fucking filter it. You know, so unless you're fucking an asshole, I'm not gonna remove anything. Either way, we're all adults here. What's that? Giggle at boobs, whatever. But I'm gonna see y'all in the next video, which will be Sunday, with time lapse. Y'all have a wonderful time zone, wonderful day, wonderful whatever. Okay, the last recording kind of like froze up my computer there at the end, and I don't know what saved, and so I'm just throwing this in at the end. And even if I'm gonna throw that other clip in, totally. Either way, if you like what you saw, leave a thumbs up. If you want to see more, subscribe. All the things and all the stuff, and leave a comment. And I'm out of here. Y'all have a wonderful time zone. See you in the next video. Bye. Nut, 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 done. I think it's kind of funny. I wrote a bunch of notes and I didn't talk about much of what was on the notes. Why do I even write the notes? This is what happens when you let your mouth do the talking.